Welcome to my channel FemVision. I can still feel the cold tile under my bare feet that first morning, the bathroom mirror fogged from the shower I'd just taken, my hand wiping away the steam to reveal a face that wasn't entirely mine anymore. It was Monday, the start of what was supposed to be a harmless dare from my college buddies. A week living as a woman to settle an old bet from our frat days. "Come on, Ryan," they'd teased over beers the night before. "You always said you'd do anything for a laugh. Prove it." I rolled my eyes, thinking it'd be a quick costume change, maybe some awkward photos for their amusement. But they weren't playing around. They'd pooled their money and hired a professional stylist, Lisa, who showed up at my apartment door at dawn with rolling suitcases filled with clothes, makeup kits, wigs, and even a set of temporary hormone gels that she swore were completely safe and reversible, just to give you that authentic edge without any long-term effects. Her smile was too enthusiastic, her eyes scanning me like a project. "Trust me, Ryan, or should I say Riley? By the end of this week you'll fool everyone, including yourself." The transformation unfolded in my tiny bathroom, the air heavy with the mingled scents of lavender shampoo, fresh foundation, and the clinical tang of the hormone gel she applied first to my chest, arms and thighs. It tingled immediately, a cool buzz that spread like wildfire under my skin, promising subtle softening and curves that would peak midweek. Lisa worked methodically. She shaved every inch of body hair with an electric razor that hummed softly, leaving my skin raw and sensitive. Then the makeup began. Primer smoothed over my face, erasing the faint lines of my 5 o'clock shadow that the laser session the night before had zapped away. Foundation in a warm ivory shade blended seamlessly with a sponge that felt like a cloud against my cheeks, concealing pores and creating an even, glowing canvas. Concealer dotted under my eyes and on any lingering red spots, patted in gently. Blush in a soft peach was dusted high on my cheekbones for that natural, flushed look, while bronzer contoured my jawline to make it appear more delicate, less angular. Eyeliner came next, liquid black drawn in precise wings that made my hazel eyes seem larger, more expressive. Mascara coated my lashes, lengthening them until they framed my gaze like dark fringes. Finally, lipstick in a berry hue, applied with a brush for precision, the creamy texture clinging to my lips and tasting faintly sweet and waxy. My hair was the crowning touch. Usually a short, messy cut, it was now hidden under a lace-front wig of chestnut waves cascading to my shoulders, secured with pins that tugged slightly at my scalp. Lisa stepped back, nodding approval. "Now the clothes." She handed me a simple sundress in sky blue cotton, cinched at the waist with a belt, the hem fluttering mid-thigh. Underneath, a padded bra and matching panties in nude lace. The bra's straps adjusted snugly, creating the illusion of gentle curves where the gel was already working its magic. Ballet flats in white completed it, easy for a beginner. I slipped everything on, the fabric light and foreign against my newly smooth skin, the dress swishing with every movement. Then I turned to the mirror. My heart slammed against my ribs like a trapped bird. The reflection stared back. A young woman with wide eyes, full lips painted invitingly, a figure that curved softly under the dress. "Holy shit," I whispered, my voice cracking unnaturally high from the throat spray Lisa had spritzed in, a temporary vocal cord relaxer to soften my tone. Disbelief washed over me first. Who was this stranger? Fear followed, cold and gripping. What if my neighbors saw? What if this week ruined my life, my job, my relationships? But beneath it all, curiosity ignited, warm and insistent like a secret flame. I reached out, touching the glass, feeling the cool surface under fingers that now ended in neatly filed nails. The woman in the mirror mimicked me perfectly. "Riley," I tested the name, the sound lilting and unfamiliar from my own throat. Outside, my buddies pounded on the door. "Time's up, princess. Let's see the damage." I opened it, cheeks burning hot under the blush. They whistled, phones flashing for photos. "Damn, Ryan, Riley, you look legit." Their laughter echoed in the hallway, but inside me the shock pulsed like a live wire. This wasn't just a dare anymore. It was a plunge into the unknown, and I was already drowning in the possibilities. Tuesday dawned with sunlight filtering through my blinds, casting striped patterns on the hardwood floor of my one-bedroom apartment. I woke feeling different. The hormone gel had accelerated overnight. My skin felt impossibly soft, like I'd been wrapped in silk while sleeping, and there was a tenderness in my chest, subtle swells that pressed against the tank top I'd worn to bed. Hips ached slightly as if my body was reshaping itself in real time. Panic flickered. Was this really reversible? But the bet was on. No backing out now. I padded to the bathroom, the cool floor shocking my bare feet, and stared at the mirror again. The makeup from yesterday had smudged slightly, but the foundation held and the wig was still in place. Time for the daily routine Lisa had drilled into me. Cleanse, moisturize, reapply. I washed my face with a foaming gel that smelled of citrus, patted dry with a soft towel, then layered on serum that tingled refreshingly. Makeup followed. Quicker this time, BB cream for a light base, powder to set, brow pencil to define arches I'd never cared about before. A touch of eyeshadow in neutral tones, mascara, and a nude lip gloss that made my mouth shine. For clothes, I chose from the suitcase. High-waisted jeans in a women's slim fit, hugging my emerging curves, paired with a lavender blouse that buttoned delicately, the fabric sheer enough to hint at the bra beneath. Low wedge sandals added a couple of inches, making my steps tentative at first. I worked as a graphic designer from home, freelancing for a small agency, so no office commute, but Zoom calls were unavoidable. Logging into the morning meeting, camera on as required, my heart raced. Colleagues popped up on screen. Sarah from marketing, Mike the project lead, a few others. "Ryan, you look refreshed," Sarah said, her eyebrow arching curiously. The voice modulator app I downloaded ran in the background, pitching my tone up subtly. "Yeah, just experimenting with a new style," I replied, forcing casualness while my free hand tugged at the blouse's collar off camera. Mike chuckled, leaning closer to his webcam. "Is that eyeliner, dude? Or did you lose a bet?" Laughter rippled through the call, and embarrassment burned my face hotter than the blush I'd applied. "Something like that," I muttered, angling the camera to hide the jeans cut. Confusion swirled inside. Why did their stares feel so invasive? The meeting dragged, every comment feeling like a spotlight on my secret. Family disruption came mid-morning. My sister Emma texted a cute photo of her new puppy. "Miss our chats, bro. Call me." I hesitated, then hit FaceTime, propping the phone on the kitchen counter while I made coffee. The aroma of fresh grounds filled the air, grounding me slightly. "Ryan, oh my God, is that makeup? And your hair. Wait, is this a filter?" Her voice pitched high with surprise, her face filling the screen. I sipped my mug, the hot liquid steadying my nerves. "Long story. Lost a bet with the guys. Have to live like this for a week." She burst out laughing, but then her expression softened with concern. "Are you okay? This isn't like you at all. Mom would freak if she saw." Fear knotted my gut. What if she told our parents? What if they judged me? "I'm fine, really. It's just fun," I lied, confusion deepening as I caught my reflection in the toaster. The blouse's lavender hue complementing the wig's waves. We talked about her job, the puppy, but the awkwardness lingered, her glances darting as if searching for the old Ryan. Friends outside the bet were even tougher. My best friend Tom messaged about grabbing lunch. "Usual spot? Burgers on me." I agreed, but panic set in. What if he laughed me out of the place? I ventured out for the first time that day, sunglasses perched on my nose, the wedges clicking on the sidewalk. The city buzzed around me, honking cars, pedestrians rushing past. Stares followed. A construction worker whistled, thinking I was someone else. An older lady smiled politely. At the diner, Tom was already at our booth, burger in hand. I slid in opposite, heart pounding. "Holy crap, Ryan. What the hell is this?" His eyes widened, scanning the outfit, the makeup. Awkward silence stretched as the waitress took my order. A salad, feeling oddly fitting. "Bet with the frat bros," I explained, voice soft. He nodded slowly, but the easy banter was gone. His jokes felt forced, whispers from nearby tables adding to the social tension. "Look different. Pretty even," he said, and embarrassment flooded me again. Back home, neighbors in the hallway did double takes. "Ryan's got a twin sister visiting?" one murmured. I hurried inside, locking the door, tears pricking under the mascara. The day's disruptions piled up. Work stares, family worry, friend awkwardness, leaving me emotionally raw. Fear of permanent judgment, embarrassment in every reflection, confusion over why part of this felt right. By Wednesday evening, with the apartment bathed in the golden glow of sunset filtering through half-closed blinds, curiosity overpowered the fear. The city noise outside faded to a distant hum as I locked my bedroom door, the click echoing like a starting gun. This was my time. No buddies, no stylist, just me in the mirror. "Okay, Riley," I whispered to myself, stripping down in front of the full-length glass propped against the wall. The hormone gel's effects were more evident now. Skin glowing with a softness I'd never known, subtle breasts tender and real under my palms, hips flared slightly, creating an hourglass silhouette that made my old boxers look comically out of place. The air felt cool on bare skin, raising goosebumps, and the faint scent of the body lotion from morning, vanilla and shea, lingered, mixing with my natural musk in a way that felt intimately new. I started small, dipping into the stylist's suitcase like a treasure chest. Lingerie first. A lacy bra in soft pink, the underwire supportive as I clasped it behind my back with fumbling fingers, the straps adjusting with a satisfying snap. Matching panties followed, satin sliding up my thighs with a whisper that sent shivers racing up my spine. Internal thoughts buzzed like bees. "This is crazy, Ryan. But it feels so smooth, so right." Excitement flickered as I examined the mirror, the bra lifting and shaping, creating cleavage that caught the light. Sensory details overwhelmed. The lace's texture against sensitive nipples, the panties' cool embrace hugging curves. Makeup came next. I sat at my desk, now a makeshift vanity with lights strung around the mirror. Cleanser first to wipe away the day's remnants, then primer for a fresh base. Foundation blended with a beauty blender, bouncing softly on my skin. Contour powder sculpted my cheeks, highlighter dusted on high points for that ethereal glow. Eyeshadow in shimmering golds and browns, blended with fluffy brushes that felt like whispers. Eyeliner, steadier now, winged sharply. False lashes adhered with glue that dried quickly, their flutter dramatic as I blinked. Lip liner outlined my mouth, filled with a matte red lipstick that transformed my pout into something bold, confident. Clothes experimentation ramped up incrementally. A silk camisole and shorts set first, the fabric gliding like water, twirling in it to feel the hem brush my legs. Then bolder. A little black dress from the suitcase, zipper purring smoothly up my back as I contorted to reach it. Heels next, strappy black ones with a 3-inch lift. I buckled them around my ankles, standing wobbly at first, the leather cool and tight. Practice walks across the carpeted floor. Heel to toe, hips swaying naturally with each step, balance improving as muscles adapted. Accessories layered on. A silver necklace dangling cold against my collarbone, earrings clipping with a pinch that grounded me, bracelets jingling like soft chimes with every gesture. Behavior shifts followed. Sitting on the bed with knees together, crossing legs elegantly, practicing smiles in the mirror, head tilted coyly. Voice work via an app on my phone. "Hello, I'm Riley," recorded and played back, the tone melodic and feminine after several tries. Curiosity peaked with perfume. A spritz of floral notes on my wrists and neck, the scent warming with my body heat, evolving from fresh to musky. Small discoveries unfolded like petals. How stockings rolled up my legs with a sheer, compressive hug, making them look longer and sleeker. How nail polish in a pearl shade caught the light on my fingers, making gestures feel more deliberate, more graceful. Excitement built to a crescendo. I posed for private selfies, deleted immediately for safety, danced slowly to jazz playing softly from my speaker, the dress flaring with each spin. But guilt and anxiety crept in too. What if Tom knocks unexpectedly? What if this means something deeper? By midnight, I carefully removed everything. Makeup wipes erasing layers, clothes folded neatly, but the thrill lingered like an aftertaste. This secret exploration wasn't about the bet anymore. It was a personal unraveling, incremental revelations showing me facets of myself I'd never acknowledged. The woman in the mirror wasn't a stranger. She was an extension waiting to be known. Thursday morning extended the private play into daily rituals. The apartment quiet save for the drip of the coffee maker in the kitchen. I brewed a pot while still in a silk robe that tied loosely at the waist, experimenting with breakfast as Riley. A smoothie blended with fresh fruits, yogurt and a dash of honey, sipped slowly from a mug rather than gulped down like Ryan would. Internal monologue hummed. This is meditative, nurturing. Why didn't I try it before? The bathroom turned into a full spa lab. A face mask applied, cooling and tightening as I waited. Serums layered for hydration, the scents of eucalyptus and rose filling the steam-filled room. Sensory immersion deepened, the mask's clay texture cracking as it dried, peeled off to reveal even softer skin. Afternoon brought physical experimentation. Yoga from an online video, dressed in leggings that hugged my legs like a second skin and a sports bra that supported without constricting. Poses adapted to my shifting center of gravity. Downward dog stretching hamstrings more fluidly, warrior pose feeling empowered in its strength. Excitement surged with each breath. Discoveries in flexibility and balance that felt innate to this form. Makeup advanced to bolder looks. Red lips for drama, smoky eyes blended meticulously with shadows that shimmered under the light. Voice practice deepened. I scripted fake conversations. Yes, I'd love to join for coffee. Playback sounding convincingly her, boosting my inner thrill. Evening cooking became an art. Pasta sauce simmered on the stove, herbs chopped with precise, manicured hands, the kitchen warm with garlic and tomato aromas. The group chat with buddies buzzed with check-ins. How's princess life? But I ignored it, savoring the subtle power in creating a meal that nourished. Discoveries mounted. The joy in domestic details like setting a table with candles, curiosity evolving into a genuine affinity for this side of life. Fear still whispered, but excitement drowned it out, pushing me toward the inevitable public steps. This hidden world was no longer enough. It begged to be tested in the light. Friday's growing confidence coaxed me beyond the apartment walls. Just a quick errand, I convinced myself, dressing in a floral blouse that flowed loosely, capri pants cinched with a belt and comfortable sandals that clicked softly. Anxiety churned in my stomach. What if a coworker spotted me? What if I tripped in public? But stepping into the crisp morning air, the sun warming my face, excitement overtook the nerves. The neighborhood park was first. Green lawns dotted with joggers and dog walkers, benches under shady trees. I sat, crossing my legs, feeling the blouse's fabric shift. A stranger passing by smiled. Beautiful day for a stroll, isn't it? My voice, practiced and steady, replied, absolutely, couldn't agree more. The words flowed naturally, a small victory that made my heart soar. Passing without question, blending in. Weekend outings escalated the experimentation. Saturday morning. A local coffee shop, the aroma of espresso pulling me in. Dressed in a casual tee women's cut and skirt, I ordered a latte at the counter. The barista, a young guy with tattoos, grinned, love your skirt. Where'd you get it? Flustered but flattered, I bantered back. Thrift find, total steal. His nod felt affirming, blending excitement with residual anxiety. Interactions deepened. Chatting with a mom at the next table about the weather, her toddler waving shyly. Confidence built, posture relaxed, gestures fluid, the new persona settling like a well-worn glove. Sunday pushed boundaries further. The farmer's market downtown, bustling with vendors and crowds. I wore a sundress and wide-brimmed hat, basket in hand for produce. Bargaining for apples. These look perfect. Any deal for a dozen? The vendor beamed. For you, miss, half off. Mississippi. It landed warmly now, affirmation mixing with thrill. Strangers' compliments on my outfit, easy conversations about recipes. Small victories accumulated, anxiety fading into background hum while excitement dominated. A social event capped it. The buddies' weekly barbecue, attending incognito at first. They gawked when I revealed, it's me, idiots. Shock turned to laughs, then respect. You totally pulled it off. Internal shift was profound. Comfort in this blended self, old Ryan merging with Riley, excitement and anxiety harmonizing into growth. The climax detonated Monday evening, the week's end looming like a storm cloud. My boss scheduled an emergency in-person team meeting at the office. Rare for our remote setup, but a client crisis demanded it. I dressed as Riley fully. A professional skirt suit in charcoal, blouse tucked neatly, heels that clicked assertively. Makeup polished, foundation flawless, lips in a power red. Arriving, colleagues stared in the conference room, fluorescent lights harsh overhead. Ryan, what is this? Sarah stammered, others whispering. Tension escalated like a tightening wire. Fear choked me, embarrassment flooding as tears threatened under the liner. Hide or confront. Emotional turmoil peaked. This could end my career, I thought, heart thundering. But the pivotal decision crystallized. Embrace it. Yes, it's me. Riley for the week, thanks to a bet. but it's taught me more about myself than years of routine. Silence hung heavy, then Mike clapped. Respect. Now let's fix this client mess. Tuesday's resolution dawned with clarity. I chose to integrate Riley's elements permanently. Subtle makeup on tough days, feminine touches in wardrobe. Acceptance bloomed within. Confidence radiated in hybrid outfits. Positive transformation showed in work. Bolder designs, empathetic client interactions. Supportive moments. Emma visited, hugging tightly. I'm so proud, you're braver than anyone. Friends adapted, Tom joking but sincere. Riley suits you. Online communities for gender explorers welcomed me. Stories shared, fostering belonging and recognition. Empowerment surged. I wasn't defined by the bet. I was redefined by choice, stronger in authenticity. Looking back on that week in heels, makeup and dresses, I see how stepping into vulnerability unlocked true courage. Fear gave way to curiosity, embarrassment to empowerment. If you're hiding parts of yourself, take the leap. Authenticity awaits on the other side. You've got the strength, embrace it fully.